So our invitation for today is to hold on to these guys. And I'm actually gonna have to wing this next part because my speakers aren't quite, the speaker situation isn't working. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch something. It's about a 12-minute film, but we're only gonna watch 2 minutes of it. And then I will give you more things to think about. As you're watching, what I'd like you to do is to be paying attention to what is calling out to you, to be paying attention to what is resonating with you, to be paying attention to what you notice. And because of the sound challenges, you are all gonna have different experiences in how you experience this film.
But that's all right because we're going to try really hard. Isn't that right, Cameron?
Yes, Ms. Peters.
Okay, great. Everyone listen up. So we're going to want to work on we get ours from the answer and the information in the story, okay? We're going to go ahead and test, factual test, and try this actus test. Oh, test your open up. We're going to page, go to 3. First on page 3.
¿Qué dijo? ¿A poco va a empezar el examen?
No, es una práctica.
We're going to take notes from the story and we're going to turn it into a math problem and we're going to walk through it together, okay? So the boy ran 3 blocks. So everyone write 3 blocks.
I didn't even know. He looked like a stranger.
How long did it take him to run 3 blocks? Michelle?
6 minutes.
Very good, 6 minutes. All right, so then we're going to take 3 blocks and 6 minutes,
¿Por qué el
right?
niño corre con los bloques?
¿Qué?
Sí, ¿por qué el niño corre con los bloques?
No,
Okay, so the
corre 3
questions I'm going
calles.
to go on to ask us, how long will it take him to run 20 blocks? What do we do? How many minutes is that per block?
8 minutes.
Try and remember to raise your hand if you want to answer, okay? No, it's not 8 minutes. Michelle?
18 minutes?
Nope, not 18 minutes. Yes, Enrique?
40?
40, yeah, very good. How'd you get 40?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, 40 is the right answer. How did you get it?
I forgot.
You forgot. Okay. Does anyone know how we get 40? Yes, Moises. Yep, that's right. Very good. Great. Can you tell us how you got that?
40?
Yep, very good. But can you explain to the class what you did here, how you got that?
$40?
Okay, all right, you guys, settle down.
That is so dumb.
Joe, do you want to lose your recess?
No.
Okay, then. Thank you, Moises.
Can you help me, please?
So we went a little long. I know, you're like, what happens? Tell me what happens. Okay, so here's the invitation. Here's the, as Tyson has given us instructions, here's the experiment, here's the protocol. Your call as to which of the 3 directions you want to take this. One is, right now, based on what you've seen, you're going to create a response, just based on the bit that you've seen. And the response is going to represent something about what has captivated you about just the 4.5 minutes or so that we've watched. The second invitation is to create a scene that comes either before or after this, however you want to. And we're going to talk about materials in a second. And the third invitation is to just gather around my laptop. I'm going to take it off the projector and watch the rest of it, and then respond after watching the rest of it. All right, so those are the 3 invitations. You can work together, you can work individually, but we're going to play an experiment for about 20 minutes or so. Yeah? Okay. So the other thing I wanted to say was we have a lot of different kinds of materials here. But I also want to encourage you to use some of the materials you might have in your bag. Your phone, for example. We have one little Polaroid camera there. And so for those of you who want to make something digital as a response, I will give you my email and you can send the link to me, and then we can project those up as well. The last thing I want to say is before you go off into your directions of what you want to do, it would be great if you would just jot down right now a quick thought about what has resonated so far for you. These are just notes for yourself, but put them somewhere where you can revisit.
But I feel like you can especially teach your kids that everything's a learning opportunity, and when you walk outside, like if there's a butterfly that you don't know what it is, there's a learning opportunity, go find out. Like, because that's
And I love that we had Play-Doh as a medium, because the malleableness of the actual Play-Doh, children are that, and as adults that are continuing to learn, I feel that we are too. So we're all different shapes and different colors, yet we all come to this place to do this thing called learning.
Do we need each other to learn?
I just think yes.
Can I learn by myself?
Yes.
I'm just being a pain in the ass.
With the imaginary,
Let's say it again.
I said, all you need is Google.
All you need is Google.
By yourself.
But then you're learning from other humans, technically. Right.
The most the oversimplification of that short little piece of video that we saw was to think about the ideas of student, teacher, and school. And I'm just interesting to me how hard it is to get away from the available metaphors we have for what student, teacher, and school are about, you know, and so one of the things that's compelling to me about the film is I think it like I was touched by the ways in which so many of you had generous reads of the teacher, right? You really wanted for her to support Moises. You know, how much agency does that teacher have? But also, what if we took it out of a school setting? What if that wasn't a school setting? What if that interaction was happening in a park somewhere? What I think is fascinating is the tension that often exists when we think about education and school. And the tendency we sometimes have to conflate the two things, and what has been really exciting here, which is the tension that you all have raised around education in and within schools, education outside of schools, and then thinking about where learning fits into all of it. One of the reasons I always invite people to play first before we talk is not because I think it's going to lead to a particular conversation, but I think it's uncomfortable sometimes for people who aren't used to doing some stuff, although you all are artists and art teachers, and so it was probably not a big stretch for you all.